Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the podcast. We're still looking for a name for the podcast here. Maybe this next guest that I have here can help me out with the name. This next guest that I have here, he is the reasons why we have Guy Fieri go into Diners, Drivers, and Dives, because he gives them ideas where to go. There's reasons why we have Iron Chef. And he gave Gordon Ramsay permission to use the name Master Chef. One of the greatest chefs out of Ed Cauchosa. Also a accordionist and vocalist, Lucky Joe. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. I'm doing really good. Gracias a Dios. Saluditos a toda la gente que nos acompaña a través de tu podcast, brother.
Oh, yeah, definitely, man. And listen, hey, I want to clear up a quick rumor. Gordon Ramsay said that he started in France, England, but you must have showed him how to cook, man.
No, but I wish, bro. I wish. Gordon Ramsay is one of the greatest chefs around, man. Have you ever eaten at his Hell's Kitchen in Las Vegas? He has a restaurant out there.
No, I have not.
So It's awesome, bro. It's awesome. You got to get on like a 2-month waiting list to get into that restaurant, bro.
2 months?
Yeah. You can't just show up and be like, hey, we want a table. No, you got like a waiting list. I think it's like 2 months or a month that you got to be on the list.
Wow.
Okay, it's called Hell's Kitchen. Yeah.
Well, he has several restaurants. He has Hell's Kitchen.
Yeah.
He has another one. I don't remember. But
he has another one there in Vegas that everybody can go. Like, you don't need that much of a reserve. But Hell's Kitchen for sure. I know that a lot of people, they're on the waiting list, brother. So, that's one of my goals to go to that one. But I wish I could cook like that dude, man. Kathy. I wouldn't be a musician.
Pues, bro, I've seen your Snapchat videos donde andas haciendo arroz con pollo, enchiladas. I even asked you for your enchilada recipe, and you don't want to give it to me, folks.
It's there. If you guys haven't seen it, all you got to do is go onto the search engine on Facebook and type in Lucky Joe's enchilada recipe, and it'll pop up, man. And it's an old recipe that I used from a restaurant that I used to work at here in the Valley. The cook, I just looked at him and see what he was doing. I followed what he was doing, and I remembered. Y de ahí salió, man. Y te salen, pero bien sabrosos las enchiladas.
Damn it, boy. And hey, I'm a big food guy, man. It doesn't matter what I'm doing, but food is very great. There's certain foods that I don't like, but if you don't tell me what's in it, I'll probably eat it. But just a quick story, man. I remember one time, my mom left to go take care of my grandma, and my dad stayed behind with the kids. And I remember one time he was making mole. Boy, I used to love mole. And then I saw my dad making it one time, and I'm like,
yeah, wait a minute.
Wait a minute. And he was using peanut butter.
Uh-huh. Yeah, you use peanut butter, man, and you use chocolate, and you also use peanuts and bread sometimes.
Oh man, that ruined it for me forever, man. I can't eat mole
no
more. I can't, man.
No, the thing with food, brother. The thing with food is that it takes you to you can travel, with food. You can travel by never leaving the house. If you feel like going to Italy, you make yourself some, spaghetti, some Italian food. You want to go to, France, you make yourself some French food, some French fries.
It's funny when the French instead of usually here in America people usually say a croissant, but the way it's pronounced is croissant.
Croissant.
Yeah, that's the way they pronounce it out there. It's weird, man.
Yeah, but you want to go to Spain? You make yourself some enchiladas.
Yeah, definitely. So tell me, man,
No.
what's your favorite dish to cook?
You know, I haven't told anybody, but I make a mean carne asada, man. You know, that's one of my favorite things to make, bro, because the whole process of it, you know, you gotta
Like sear it on the stove and then put in the oven?
Uh-huh. I've just taken the chicken out of the pan. It's so moist. I'm gonna let it rest now, about 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, there's lots of brown bits stuck to the bottom of the skillet.
You're gonna deglaze that fucking pan?
slow cook the meat. You know, my mouth is watering already, man. So you gotta slow cook the meat, all the spices. It takes me back, man, to when I was younger and my mom used to make. You know, that's what she used to make. She used to make us fideo and carne guisada, man, all the time. And I guess that's why I love making it, because it gives me good memories, brother, of mi jefita, you know. And I have to say that one, man, carne guisada, enchiladas, arroz con pollo. Ya me está dando hambre, bro.
Oh man, hey, listen, man. Food is one thing that people, you know, you gotta have food, man. And if you cook the best food, I've been told I make the best top ramen noodle.
Dale, pa que mire. Hey, there's several ways to make ramen, man.
Yeah,
There's several ways to make ramen noodles. I've even put tuna and mayo into my ramen, bro.
I think that's called a manwich. I think that's what they call it in jail.
Ándale, ya ves. Tú sí sabes. Tú sí sabes.
Oh man, I try to make a brisket every time I'm home. I'm not the best. I'm still trying to perfect it, but it's the food recipe is like science. Le tienes que poner poquito esto, poquito lo otro, taste it, and then go back to the lab. And
Exactly.
yeah, man, and I watch. Do you watch cooking shows?
Oh yeah, man, all the time. I'd rather watch that than a movie, to tell you the truth.
Yeah, I remember my mom. She absolutely loved cooking shows. She even made a couple dishes out of her way, and I remember, you know, watching the shows. You know, drivers, dine-ins and drives. Some of the people who made them. Mm-hmm. Now, what I want to get your take, Lucky Joe. What is your take on was it? No, it wasn't Betty Crocker. The one who got canceled. Paula Deen.
Paula Deen, yeah.
Yeah, you didn't try to sabotage her now, did you? You're like, no, I'm going to get the Lucky Joe. You say, Paula Deen, go ahead and say this for me real quick.
No. You know what, man? We live in a crazy world, brother. We live in a crazy world, and it's only getting crazier. And, you know, nowadays, anything you say can really be taken out of context.
Oh,
I'm speaking on personal experience. I'm not speaking on behalf of anyone else. But you see how even that in itself, I have to throw that little disclaimer out there. You know, this is my opinion. Sometimes, you know, things can be taken out of context, and there's once the people run with it, there's nothing you can do. There's nothing you can do to stop it, to take it back. Okay, you didn't mean it, or you know, they took it wrong. It's just unstoppable, man. And I think that we live in a world where you really have to watch what you say. You know, it's unfortunate because that really takes away from our character. You know, because you don't want to worry about what you say. You don't want to be cautious. You want to be able to speak your mind and, you know, be able to communicate the best possible way that you can. And when you have to restrict yourself from you know, being yourself, and that just, you know, that's just not cool, man. You know, but no, Paula Deen, I loved watching her as well.
I was watching Master Chef with my wife, and Paula Deen came out. But before then, before Paula Deen came out on the next episode, there was an African American contestant who got eliminated. And then the next episode, Paula Deen came out. So after that episode of Paula Deen, well, the following episode after that, they made a contest. Okay, who are we going to bring back? And they brought back that African American contestant who was eliminated.
Oh yeah, just because right after they had canceled her.
Yeah,
I get it. No, I get it, man. Like I said, you really, unfortunately, that's what the world has come to, man. You know, it's like me. You know, I don't know if you know what's going on with the whole donation thing, but when I said what I said about my followers, you know, I really didn't mean it the way a lot of people took it, you know.
Yeah. And real quick, man, I contributed it to your cause, man.
Brother, well, I appreciate that. That means a lot to me. I was really basically, you know, messing around. You know, I was saying, I got 40,000 followers. You know, if 25,000 of you all would send me $1, I could possibly buy this bus. I could buy this van. You know, I could buy this nice Sprinter van. And I left it at that. And people just started sending in money. And I went live again and I said, hey guys, I was just kidding. But if you guys want me to keep going, let me know. You want me to keep going? Let me know in the comments. If you guys want me to keep going, let's see how far we can go.
And I think you already reached your goal, because I think you said you wanted like 25, and you've already surpassed that.
Oh, yeah. I mean, we reached our goal in 5 days.
Man.
We reached our goal in 5 days, and I'm so appreciative of that. You know, the people really stepped up and showed their support. And more than anything, they showed their support for the music, you know, Tejano music. I mean, I got a lot of scrutiny about it. I got a lot of people, como dicen ustedes, haters, you know?
Yeah.
Hating on what I was doing. And I just kept going, bro. You know, I think that at the end of the day, man, I think the only one who could really judge us is God, you know?
Yeah.
And if I'm going to be judged for a certain thing by your perception, then I'm okay, because I'm waiting for the big man upstairs to give me his count, to let me know what happened, you know?
Yeah. And you got a lot of backup, man, because I seen a lot of people on social media, otros artistas también, that are backing you up, man. They're like, hey, listen, I mean,
it was crazy. Most of the hate came from people in the industry that I'm not going to mention, and most of the love came from the fans. A lot of love came from people in the industry. I want to, you know, acknowledge them. Thank you very much. But more of the love came from the fans, from people who actually were willing to donate some money to the cause.
Yeah.
So, like I said, I'm really appreciative of that, and that just goes to show how much more powerful we are instead of what we think we are. You know, the Tejanos, we still have some backing, man, and a lot of these people, they backed me up when they saw those haters, and they were like, "Hey, man, leave him alone. You don't even know him. You don't even know where he comes from." What he does. So I was happy about that I didn't have to address that.
Yeah, definitely, man. I've gotten some criticism stuff of myself, man, and because I mean, what I do for my regular job, I'm a truck driver. Right now, I'm in the presidential suite of the what me and my wife named her was Golden Puff. Well, that was mainly more on her than me, pero you know, I went out and I asked for help because last year 2022 was 23 was bad, because I mean, it's not paying what it used to be. So I asked for a little help, and I got some criticism like, "Oh, well, you're a truck driver, you're owner operator, you should have money." And I'm like, you don't know what it is, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, man.
unfortunately, people are very quick to assume. They come to their own assumption, and which is cool, right? Because everybody, again, is entitled to their own opinion. But we as artists, if we have to watch what we say, we have to watch our words. Don't the fans have to as well, or the fans that really don't support? Don't they really have to as well? You know?
I would say yeah, man, but sometimes, bro, it's just people are just looking for, you know, nowadays with
Exactly.
social media, they're looking to see what they can get on you.
Oh yeah, they want to see whose nerve they can get on to get that attention. And I wasn't giving attention to any of them. You know, at the end of the day, this was about the people, man. The people, ellos te hacen o te deshacen. Ellos mandan. You
Yeah,
know, He- and it showed right there. It showed that hey, you don't tell us when to stop. We stop when we want to stop. You
exactly.
don't tell us what to do. We do what we want to do. I just suggested it. I just said, what if, man? That's all I said.
And
And
they
they just
take that
started,
different.
yeah,
And some of the comments, bro, that I seen, the negative comments, I'm like, really? Like, you really gonna stoop that low and talk? And excuse my language, man, but you gonna talk all this shit about someone who wants to achieve their goal? Like, are you serious? And then all the hates, man, and like the negative comments, and dude, I gotta watch what I say too, because I wanted to get on there and be like, you know, ah, but I mean, it's like Taylor Swift said, man. People are gonna hate, hate, hate.
yeah.
Yeah. So Lucky Joe, a lot of things have happened since the last time I talked to you. The last time I talked to you was like around 2015. Around that time, 14, I think you won the Male Vocalist of the Year at the Tejano Music Awards. The last time we talked about how you got your start in the music industry. We talked about a song that I want to retouch again and hopefully not cry because unfortunately I lost my mom in 2018, and
Um,
and there's a song that I want to talk about that you did with Jose Zamora, which is one of my favorite songs. It's
hmm
Sin Dolor No Hay Olvido.
Yeah, that's a good one, man.
Yeah, definitely. And you guys won duet of the year for that one, didn't you?
We won Vocal Duo of the Year back in 2016, bro. And that was a really cool song we did with Jose. That was written by Gerardo. Um, I think, I don't know what his last name is, but yeah, man, that was a good one.
Yeah, that was a really good one. Then you had Te Amo, Te Amo. Then, man, a whole bunch more that you started doing. And then you did a whole album of Norteño.
Yes, sir.
You know, you did some of the classics, man. You did Flor de Capomo. You did Hasta la Mil Amarga, right? If I'm not mistaken.
Así es, José Lamela Marga. We did that album called Norteño Poderoso because actually Freddie came and said, hey, you guys have to stop what you're doing. I want you to do 3 Norteño songs because I want to hear your voice. I want to hear how it sounds with Norteño. I said, all right. So I take 3 of my favorite ones growing up as a kid. El Palomito, Flor de Capomo, and then Dos Coronas a mi Madre. Once we did those, um, uh, we showed Freddie, and Freddie was like, "Oh my goodness!" He says, "I need 10 more of these." So I recorded 10 more songs like that, and we ended up calling the album Norteño y Poderoso Tributo a Mis Ídolos. So we pay tribute to Ramon Ayala, Relámpago, Cadetes y Linares, Carlos y José, and several other Los Tigres del Norte. So it's a great album, man. That's one of my favorite albums to just turn on the barbecue pit with.
Oh, yeah, definitely, man. I'm pretty sure you bust out the accordion once in a while. Y ahí estás en el acordeón con bajo sexto with your brother and just jamming out.
Yes, sir, man. You know, we've come a long way. I've been in this industry for over 30 years of my life, man, and we're Tejano Music Award winners, 2-time Latin Grammy nominated, and we're going for, we're going for the gold, man.
Yeah, listen, the Latin Grammy, I can take care of it. I just got to talk to the little guy, just talk to the little guy, and we'll take care of that problem for you.
Andale. It was about a matter of time, man. I'm finally talking to the right person.
Yeah, if he goes missing, just don't ask any questions. Oh, man. So, Lucky Joe, so there's a song that you did dedicated to your mom. La extraño tanto.
Yes, sir.
So, for those of you who have not heard it, I suggest you go and hear it. It's a great song. And, Lucky Joe, you lost your mom due to an aneurysm. You were 15 years old, correct?
Yes, I sure was. It was very surprising, man. It was a brain aneurysm, something very complicated. We didn't, my mom would complain that she had headaches a lot, but we never thought anything was wrong, and then all of a sudden, we went out to the movies and we watching this movie, and all of a sudden she just has her episode, and we're just tripping out, man, because we don't know what's going on, what's happening. This is our mom. And that happened to me when I was 15 years old, brother. I was 15. She had barely bought me my first accordion. And as soon as she passed away, my accordion instructor took me under his wing, Mr. Ben Layton from Los Hermanos Layton, Wisconsin. And he started showing me how to play a little bit more on the accordion. I would go hang out at his house, go hang out at different musicians' houses, and I started learning from there. Fast forward to 2014, and I told Freddie, I said, Freddie, I want to record a song, estilo mariachi. I've always wanted to do that. That's been one of my goals. And he says, okay. He says, it's got to be the right song. I said, well, I'll write it. And I left it at that, And one night when I came home from a show, I looked at her picture in my living room and I strummed the guitar and I said, Ama, te extraño tanto, madre. And then I just started playing it, the guitar. And it was like I played one chord. It was like I went, and then I started singing. And I said, esta canción que la viví con mi madre. And I didn't write it down. I said, oh, that sounds pretty good. And I just kept going from there. Con toda la fuerza que tengo en el alma. So that's pretty good. Cantas el cielo para que me escuche. I wanted her to hear me. I wanted her to hear me what I was saying. Para que ella sepa que la extraño mucho. I wanted her to know that I missed her. And then she would always say, Mijo, when I leave, I know that there's a paradise out there. He probably knows that there's a better place. She would always tell me that. So then that's when I put in, ella se encuentra en un paraíso. She says there's going to be flowers rodeada de flores. Sé que está tranquila. And here I got to the point where I was like, man, I miss her so much. I just want to scream it. I want her to hear me, And I say, la extraño tanto. I want to hug her. Quisiera abrazarla. I want to tell her my dreams, what I've been doing. Contarle mis sueños. Llorar en sus brazos. When you cry in your mom's arms, There's only one person that can make you feel safe, man, and it was her. And I would cry. La extraño tanto. Anhelo tocarla. I just want to be able to touch her one more time. Sentir el calor. Siempre me daba. She would always give me her warmth, man. La extraño tanto. And that's how that song came about, bro.
Man, yeah. I was just shedding some tears, brother, because I was reminding me of my mom, man, and
you know, man, it's tough. It's tough, bro. Losing a loved one is tough.
I mean,
I've gone through it twice already. My mom passed away in '95, and my dad just recently passed away this past December.
oh man,
And I got to be with him, and I got to sing to him, and I got to. I'm at peace, man, with the fact that they're not here no more, and that's what we have to do. We have to be at peace,
yeah,
and always know that now we have our guardian angels up there taking care of us. Once I showed that song to Freddie, he says, "You need to come into the studio today and record that song." I sang it over the phone just like this. I sang it to him. And he says, "You need to come." I said, "Freddie, I'm in the valley." He says, "I don't care. Hop on a bus, a train, a plane, whatever you want. You need to come to Corpus Christi and record that song as soon as possible." So we worked out a thing to where I went the following day. We called up a mariachi, did the arrangement, and that has to be my favorite song I've ever written in my life, man.
yeah, man, definitely, brother. And then that song goes out, and I would play it because I would program the music for the station that I was at KEPS 1270 in Eagle Pass when I was there. I would program the music, and every Sunday I would program it to be the first song, top of the hour at 1:00 when most of the people were already out of church. And even on Mother's Day, man, we played that song. I make sure that song played. And I remember, if you go to my YouTube channel from our last interview, man, you dedicated to all the moms when we last talked. You know?
Oh, wow.
Yeah, definitely, man. And then, I lost my mom in July 2nd of 2018. And, not everybody has the same relationship with their moms, but I mean, yo tenía mucho amor para mi mamá. I loved my mom so much, and I remember I was working the night before. She called me. She told me if I was gonna go visit her. I said, "Yeah, Mom, I'll go visit you." And she said she loves those little Ritz crackers with cheese.
Yeah.
Y luego me dijo, "Can you bring me some when you come?" Dije, "Yeah, Mom, I'll stop by and get some." I was working night shift, so after I got out, I went to the store and I bought some. And I went home. And then I have this rule with my family where if it's an emergency, call me 3 times. But this day, one of my brother blew up my phone, and he's like, "Hey, man, something's wrong, and they're doing CPR on Mom. They're taking her to the hospital." And I hauled ass to the hospital. And, as soon as I walked through the doors, man, I heard a code. That code that the hospitals say, man, when somebody passes away, and I'm like, please don't let it be. Please. And the first thing, for me, therapy, my therapy is music, and what a coincidence. That song came on when I was driving home after my mom had passed away.
Oh, my goodness.
And,
Ay, no, brother. Es algo muy difícil, man. No se lo deseo a mi peor enemigo. Pero we live, man, and we learn, and we have to understand that that's a part of life. as soon as we are born, we begin to die.
And
Think about that.
yeah, man, definitely. And hasta ahorita, man, there's certain songs I cannot. I mean, I'll still listen to them, pero I have to like watch myself porque comienzo a llorar, man. And there's a list of songs, and La Extraño Tanto is one of them.
Wow.
It's just one of those things that te pega, bro.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I remember when you said that you were doing the video that they had to give you a little bit of time porque I mean it's rough.
Oh yeah. I was when I did the video. It was a really sunny day. It was real sunny in the morning. I said, awesome. I said, man. I said, thank you, Mom. It was really sunny and it was a great, beautiful day. And I'm getting ready and we go get the kids, the mariachi kids from the high school, and we go to the cemetery. And as soon as we started setting up, it got real windy. It started raining. It was unbelievable. So when you see the video, there's a part where the tree is just moving, and I mean, I'm a strong believer, man, in that, and I think she was there with me, man. She was there, and she helped me through the video. She helps me every time I sing it, to tell you the truth.
Yeah, man. You got to be a strong believer, bro. And she's there. Ella te está mirando. She's guiding you. She's looking down at all your success, Lucky Joe. And for those of you that don't know, people say, oh, sí, el Joe ese que canta, pues, ¿a cuál? Dice, sí, el que dicen el suerte, el Lucky. So for those who don't know, I'm pretty sure that you've covered this in some interviews. But can you recap, why is your name Lucky Joe?
Lucky Joe was given to me by my dad because I was born a stillborn baby. Once I was a stillborn, the doctors revived me and they told my mom and dad that I was lucky to be alive. So my dad's like, all right, we're going to call him Lucky. So, así fue eso, hermano.
Now, being named Lucky, have you been lucky at a casino yet? Because I know you performed at the casino there in Eagle Pass. Have you been lucky one way or another?
Sometimes I get lucky and sometimes, I get unlucky. But for the most part, man, we enjoy ourselves whenever we do Kickapoo. Kickapoo is always amazing, man. We do shows out there. Y la gente, they love it. They love to go out there, gamble, and listen to good music.
Oh, definitely, man. I've seen you out there before, and hasta una vez, como te dije before we started, you did a grito contest, and I won a Lucky Joe shirt, Lucky Joe T-shirt, which was awesome.
Yeah, I like to get the people involved. I like to have fun with the people, and doing a grito contest, it helps me interact with the people. I mean, a lot of people might say, "Nambe, he's just killing time," but it's not about that, man. When you go to a show, you have to find ways to break out of the monotony, to break out of the just moving from side to side and just saying the same things and singing and talking about the same things. You have to break the monotony in order to entertain, because at the end of the day, that's what you are. You are an entertainer, and people pay money to go see you entertain them.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about, Lucky Joe, because when originally, I'm from Florida. I'm from a little town called Waimama, Florida, which is outside of Tampa, not that far from Palmetto, Bradenton, Sarasota, Ruskin. You have all those areas. And I came from Florida and then moved to Eagle Pass. And then when I started DJing in Eagle Pass, people were like, dude, why are you talking on the mic? I'm like, was I'm trying to hype everybody up. My style of DJing was way different what there were already was in Eagle Pass, you know. And listen, I have a lot of friends that are DJs in Eagle Pass. I get along with majority of them, except for a few that, you know, decide to talk bad about me, not knowing that they were talking bad about me to my family. And I mean, my style was way different. I'm used to talking on the mic, getting people hyped up. You know, and I don't know if you're a wrestling fan or not, but I've always heard if you steal from one person, that's plagiarism. But if you steal from a lot, that's called research. So that's pretty much what I did. You know, I took some stuff that I've heard de los animadores de los grupos, and I try to apply that wherever I go, man. And people are majority of the time, a lot of the time people like it, man. People like his. I've heard DJs, man, where they just play music, you know, and don't say nothing all night, and I'm like, anima la gente, compadre. Like, come on, man, you're an entertainer, like you said, like Joe, you're an entertainer.
Yeah. You know, that's the difference between someone that gets paid to entertain and they enjoy what they do to someone who just goes and picks up a paycheck and goes home, you know. And we have a lot of those, and it's unfortunate. It's unfortunate because the people deserve better, you know, because the people, like I said, they spend their hard-earned money to go and watch you, and for you to just be pressing buttons, and, you know, that's just not going to fly, you know what I mean?
Yeah, the same thing goes when I started working at the radio station. They looked at me like, hey, I mean, we usually don't do that here, because I would push things to the edge. I know how far not to go over, but I would push things to the edge, and you know, that kind of would irritate me a little bit, pero I mean, it's just, you know, that's how I was brought up. I mean, you have a lot of competition, you know, back home in Florida, and you got to do what you got to do.
Yeah, así es, brother. Oye, speaking of food, I think I'm about to start cooking dinner, man.
Definitely, man. ¿Me guardas un plato, carnal?
No, claro que sí, bro. I don't mean to cut it short or anything like
Definitely.
that, but my wife gets out of work at 7:30, so I need to have dinner ready, porque si no me pajuelea con la chancla, carnal.
Oh, you're a house husband. Oh, yeah.
Oye,
Monday through Wednesday.
Like it. Oye, and I like it.
Órale, carnal. Hey, man, I want you to do me a favor before you go, brother.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I know you're real good friends with Turner.
Uh-huh.
You know, every time I see him, I always go up to him, and I'm always messing with him. So when you see him again, just go and tell him, hey, bro, manda saludo a la planeta.
La planeta. Oh, I know why you're saying that. I know exactly what you're saying that.
He never gave me a straight answer on why he said it.
So, well, the thing about it was, I think it was nerves, bro. In my opinion,
Yeah,
you get nervous, bro.
I was like, man, if Lucky Joe wins, is he gonna say the same thing? Arriba la planeta.
¿Sabes qué, carnal? I love Turner, man. He's my homeboy, and I know exactly where he comes from. Lo que pasa es que Turner has a big heart, man, and he really wants to thank the whole world, man, basically for the abundance of joy and, you know, accolades that he's received, bro. You know, es algo bonito, bro, cuando te toman en cuenta and you get recognized, man.
Yeah.
It shows you and it tells you that you're doing something right. You know, you're doing something right. So kudos to him, man. Kudos to him. But I'll let him know what you said.
Definitely, man. And what, real quick, why does he always get on your case about cutting the grass?
Well, he doesn't do that anymore because I don't live there anymore, so I'm good.
On my last interview I did with you, you also brought up about cutting the grass.
That wasn't it?
On the last interview I did with you, when we first talked, you talked about cutting the grass, you know, en la vida de un músico. You know, they don't know when you go home, you have to do a whole bunch of other stuff. And you brought that up, and then he brought that up again. I'm like, you know what? I got to tell that to Lucky Joe.
Yeah. No, but the thing is that he put me on the spot because I said, you know, we're all humans, so we got to cut the grass. And I hadn't cut the grass in a long time. And he's like, what? You cut the grass? It's being sarcastic, man. Pero, you know, it was all love, man. But like I said, I don't live there no more, so I don't have to worry about that.
All righty, Lucky Joe, go ahead and plug in all your social medias, brother, where they can find you, man. Find all your beautiful music and the delicious cooking that you do.
Well, for all the information as far as Facebook is concerned, just go ahead and go on to Lucky Joe Music, or if not, Lucky Joe on Facebook. And then TikTok is Lucky Joe Oficial, and Instagram is Lucky Joe Oficial. All our music is available on all digital platforms already. For all the latest videos, go on to Freddie Records TV channel on YouTube, all right? And for any additional information, just Googleame, carnal.
Órale. Thank you, Lucky Joe, for your time. And, man, I know your wife's going to like the beautiful meal that she's about to receive.
I'm about to make some arroz con pollo, bro.
Now, how many times has Gordon Ramsay asked you for that recipe? No se lo quieres dar.
All the time. He says, why in the heck don't you get me the recipe for arroz con pollo?
Órale, Lucky Joe. Thank you for taking time out of your busy schedule, carnal. I'll let you cook, porque si no, ahí viene el palote de la tortillas right upside the head, man.
Está bueno, carnal. You have a good one, man. Thank you so much. God bless you.
Thank you so much.
Bye-bye.